your world is built of your behaviors, which form your habits, which create your life. And if thoughts determine feelings, which create the behaviors and the actions that create the habits, you got to start internally so that you can shift those thoughts and feelings, but you have to do and be something different outside of yourself. Social media gives you a place to practice doing that and being that newly healed version of yourself, such that that becomes the new habit system. So that's then what you bring into your real life. And so while it sounds counterintuitive, to me, social media is the safe space, because doing any and all of that work just fully in public, I don't even see how it's possible.
Hmm. I'm sure you have like a strategy for 2025, but I also feel like there's just like a natural rhythm to your being on social media that exists. Do you have a social media strategy for 2025 that's come about, or are you just every day you're just going? How do you think about that?
I don't, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because, like, look, I know who I am at this point and I know what I'm not. And so it's like, since you and I have last spoken, I brought on a COO who, while she's an independent contractor, like, is the only way I've gotten out of all of the business bottlenecks that I had unintentionally built. And we are creating the systems, processes, and infrastructure that didn't previously exist in my business. And that analog, how I ran my business, is how I am as a creator. I don't have, like, this is crazy, and I acknowledge this. Like, if you ever see a piece of content that I've posted, it has been posted manually. Like,
Yeah.
and to the day. Like, I don't
Mm.
have batched content. Like, when I post today on January 30th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I wrote that piece today. I put it in Canva. I made it. I posted it. Like, the bitch is
Mm.
still very um, up to the minute and, like, doing it himself. And so I, while that might not be the smartest thing long term, it is literally the only way I have found to create that feels good for me, because I can't preemptively know how I will feel in a week. And it just doesn't feel right to construct content ahead of time. And
Mhm.
where I would like to be more keyed into the strategy are twofold. One, making more data informed choices, but at the same time, like, I hate reading data and I don't really care. And so it's hard for me to always be like, yes, well, that one hook worked so well, so let's use it again. And conversely, the goals, right? So it's like, if the goals are lead acquisition, then I should probably have in the back of my head, well, what levers can I flip to drive more applicants to the pre-qualification application, which is now basically the entire funnel. If you want to work with me, you have to fill out an application. That's to get into the group. That's to work with me privately. Like, nothing is just available for purchase any longer for right
Mhm.
now, until we come up with some more lower ticket stuff. Um, and I know what I have to do, and I know certain little cues that I need to drop in my content just to remind people that that's an option. And really,
Mhm.
truly, when I work with my clients, that's what I always say. It's like, you don't really have to sell all that much if you're just consistently showing up and sharing a version of yourself that people build trust with easily. Oftentimes, you just have to tell them there's a thing that you can do for them.
Mm.
And so that's what I do. And so I'm
Mhm.
grateful. I mean, we've got like 500 plus applications right now.
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
That Yeah. And so it's like, is
Congrats.
everybody financially qualified? No. Will everybody be a good fit? No. But am I doing, well, the business model is
All
also
good.
completely shifted in the sense that no more landing pages and no more sales pages. Everything's a call. So I keep my
Mm.
discovery calls for high ticket clients. And we just recently brought on a sales team. So there's now a setter and closer, one person who's doing end to end right now, who will handle all of the calls for the human approach and the group membership,
Mm.
which is nice because for a time there in November, December, I was doing all of the calls, whether it was for the high ticket or for the group. And although we brought in I did like 40 grand in cash in December,
Mhm.
and which was nice and my biggest month ever. But I was, to say it was unsustainable is like putting it lightly. It
Yeah.
was brutal. It was completely brutal, and I just could not sustain that.